Get ready for Trending Tuesday because I'm coming with you with everything that's currently trending.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
What's up, icons? It's the iconic fashion figure, and like I promised at the end of 2021, in 2022 you can expect Trending Tuesdays. So every last Saturday of every month you're going to get a video with the latest trends, what's trending right now, what's happening in the industry, what's to look forward to in the near future. Everything that's trending in the fashion industry you'll hear about in Trending Tuesday. So I already did a video on what to expect in 2022, but of course there's more. So what's to expect in 2022? Well, I think I mentioned in the last video, expect to collaborate more with others. This year is about networking, partnering up with other brands. It doesn't have to be a forever partnership, but collaborating is definitely in 2022. So I'm sure most of you have heard about Balenciaga and Kanye, or aka Yeezy, is collabing in 2022. But the Balenciaga and Yeezy collab is for Gap. Is not even just the two of them. So you have 3 brands collaborating in one. Balenciaga, Yeezy, and Gap all doing a collaboration together. And it's no secret that Gap just hasn't really been Gap since like the 90s maybe. So they teamed up with Kanye to, you know, bring some attention and traction, revive the Gap brand. And that helped a little bit, but now they're taking it to the next level by incorporating Balenciaga. And we know a lot of people are obsessed with Balenciaga right now, especially the sneakers. So what better way to revive a brand by collaborating with 2 of the hottest brands right now, Balenciaga and Yeezy. Another collaboration that caught my eye was Balmain and Barbie. The 2 of them are doing a collaboration together as well in 2022. If you guys haven't seen it already, I'll throw in a couple pictures so you can see the current collaboration with Balmain. Another eye catcher aside from collabs that I noticed was Rihanna opening Savage by Fenty stores. Now we know the talk has been lately that retail is dying, brick and mortar stores are starting to close, and yet we have Rihanna opening up retail stores. And you think people aren't going to shop Rihanna stores? People are definitely going to be in those stores. So is retail really even dead? I say if you want that store, girl, go ahead and open your store. 2022, it looks like they're starting to revive those retail stores again. People want to be out and not in the house anymore, so a new store popping up is something interesting to go look at, and people are actually going into the stores. Now, do you guys know what NFTs are? I'm sure you've heard about it by now. It is like the most up and coming thing. It's what's trending right now. Everyone's paying attention to NFTs and trying to figure out how to incorporate it into their lives. So what about NFTs for fashion? There is a way to incorporate NFTs into the fashion world too, and if you haven't started looking into that yet, you'll want to start looking into it now. I would say jump on it as early as possible so you can be one of the first. There are a few brands out there that are already testing it. Some haven't quite put it out there yet, but there are a few that have tried it and are setting that example with NFTs in fashion. So you have some fashion photographers that are using their fashion photography to sell NFTs. A lot of people are doing virtual runway shows and using NFTs to showcase their runway shows. And then some people are selling their digital art, aka NFTs, along with the physical item. So if you order online the physical item, you also get the digital art, aka your NFT. So they're incorporating the 2 together. You get best of both worlds. You get physical and you get virtual. And then you have virtual closets where you can actually buy virtual clothing online. And you have some of these Instagram models, Instagram influencers, whatever you want to call them, that are actually editing their pictures and putting on this virtual clothing to post their pictures. So it looks like they're wearing these designer items, but really it was a virtual item. Or some people are just using their virtual closets and like the different games that you can dress up your avatars in. So virtual closets is a thing, and people are actually buying virtual clothing now. But enough about NFTs, because that's a whole video on its own. just know that if you haven't started looking into NFTs and how to incorporate it into your business, you'll want to start looking into that now. Now, Pantone has already announced color of the year. I'm a little late on this because the video doesn't come out until the end of the month, but if you haven't seen the Pantone color of the year yet, it is very Peri. And I love me some purple. Most people don't like shades of purple, but I do. It looks good on my skin tone, but I mean, anybody with my skin tone knows purple looks good on us. But very Peri is the color of the year, which is very shocking because a lot of people are afraid of this color, but this is going to be the color of 2022. And now I've already done a video on spring 2022 fashion trends, so if you haven't seen that yet, you'll want to check that out, and I'll link it down in the description box below. But just one trend I want to touch base on that I don't think I really talked about in that presentation and that video, but can y'all believe platforms are actually coming back? Platforms are like the it item of spring summer 2022, and they've been out and about for the last couple years, but it was more of like, you know, the trendy girl that has been wearing more of the platform. It really didn't go mainstream yet, but in summer, spring 2022, you'll start to see more people wearing platforms. It'll start to become more mainstream. It'll be more common. I really can't believe those things are coming back, but they are. And if you aren't already overwhelmed with the fashion trends, because we haven't even hit spring summer yet, but we've been discussing spring summer 2022 trends, get ready to really be overwhelmed, because pre-fall 2022 is already on the runway, followed by some fall already on the runway. You have brands out there that have definitely already put out pre-fall 2022, and some brands have gone as far as fall 2022 already. So what's to come pre-fall 2022? Here are 8 trends that have been noticed on the runway for pre-fall 2022. You have the slices and cutouts. That is going to be a big trend for pre-fall 2022. So get ready for all those cutouts if you don't have those in your collection yet. Fluffy and furry fabrics are going to make their comeback pre-fall 2022. We aren't even waiting for fall for the furs to come out. It's coming out in pre-fall. So get ready to be soft and fluffy and furry. Rainbow colors. So pre-fall is about bringing in those rainbow bright colors into your collection. Tweed, so think like those Chanel sets, those are making their comeback. They've been out and about for a little bit, but not everyone's really into it, but you see a lot of it in the pre-fall runway shows. And then of course plaid. What would fall be without plaid? So you'll start seeing it in the pre-fall runways leading into, of course, fall. There's always some sort of plaid in there. And then if you guys haven't seen the spring summer 2022 trends yet, the video I did on that will be linked in the description box, where we talked about, you know, like the A-line skirts and dresses being a big trend for spring summer 2022. So for pre-fall, you have full skirts that are going to be hot, and they're on the runways right now. This is like your transition from going from spring summer into fall. Like I said, a lot of people this year are looking for transitional items. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't seen that video yet, you have to check it out, because otherwise you have no idea what I'm talking about right now. But this is one of those transitional items. Mini skirts and shorts are also going to be a transitional item. You'll see those transitioning from spring summer into pre-fall. You see a lot of mini skirts and shorts on the runway. And then going along with that tweed look, when I talked about those Chanel sets, you have skirt sets that are on the runway. You see a lot of skirt sets on the runway for pre-fall 2022. This is not the full video for the fall winter 2022 trends. That'll be coming next month, so you'll have all those trends very soon. So get ready for that. I'm telling you, keeping up with the trends can be overwhelming because it all comes so fast. It seems like once you catch up with one, the next one is already on its way out. But those are 8 of the key trends that you guys will notice for pre-fall 2022. And if you don't understand what I mean when I say pre-fall, pre-fall is your transition from summer into fall. You kind of have like the 2-month range, so like July, August, of different trends to bring out. It's usually a smaller collection, but it is still important. Or if you're in more of the junior market, it's usually considered back to school. But those are just a few trends I wanted to throw at at you guys for Trending Tuesday. There's a lot going on in the fashion industry, a lot to happen in 2022, so I hope you guys get ready for it. But to end off this video, I'm going to show you guys some of the best looks from the recent runway shows for pre-fall 2022. Thank you for watching.